Well, good evening. I thought I'd take a couple minutes tonight and answer some of these questions. The Q&A that I did not know about until I ran into someone in town and they mentioned it and I was, quite taken back. I had no idea, but here we are. So wrote them all down. So the first question was, how many years have you played violin and sang? The answer to that, two parts. Obviously the singing, I've been singing for as long as I can remember. We grew up in a house where our mom was musical. Dad could sing too, but mom was musical. And so there was just always a song. She taught us our phone number in a song. We learned Bible verses in a song. So there was just always music. So for as long as I can remember, I was singing. Violin, however, that has been about 25-ish years. I was 8 years old when I started taking violin lessons, started taking piano first and can still play a little, but I just didn't practice as much when I should have when I was younger. But still love to play piano and tinker around a little bit, but started taking violin lessons at about age 8. Andrew was just a baby when us older siblings started taking, and we took Suzuki method, so a classical violin method. So she was very strict on, make sure we had good posture, good form, really good basics. So I'm very thankful for our violin teacher. So the next question, let's see. Natural blonde or no? I was very, very, very blonde when I was little. We all were. In fact, I could find an old picture and share it. But yeah, as you get older, any of you ladies will know that, your hair just gets a little darker. So although I try to make it look natural, there might be a little help in there. All right. How do you keep your brothers grounded, or how did you keep your brothers grounded growing up? Are they grounded? I don't know. Let's see. That's a good question. Hard question. We are very honest and open with each other. We have our opinions and we're not afraid to share them with each other. Hopefully we're a little nicer to outsiders. People outside of our family, that is. So I think there's that. There's just there's always a level of honesty that we have with each other, but yet they know that we're on each other's team, 110%. Will be in your corner. That, and I think growing up on a farm, this was mentioned too, but growing up on a farm is also very grounding. We learned how to work really hard, and farming has changed even more now when it's older kids. We did things differently when we were young than Andrew has. So there was just a really good work ethic, and there's just something about that gravel road that, you can have all the glitz and the glamour of a singing stage life, but when you turn down that gravel road, you kind of screws your head on straight. So I say there was that, and mom and dad have done a really good job of it, so I can't take all the credit for keeping them grounded. If they are grounded, that is. That's up for you to decide. Oh, I like this question. As far as singers who inspired you, a singer or musician who inspired you. I do love listening to a variety of music, and just like the singing versus a violin, there's singers that I like and there's violinists that I like, or musicians as a whole. Probably, I've always loved good singers and people who could communicate songs really well. So Kim Hopper always stands out there. David Phelps. Let's see, Shania Twain. I was a huge Shania Twain fan when I was young. I think part of it was her long hair. I loved long hair. Let's see, the Haygoods from Branson, Missouri have, they've always been one of our family favorites. And they're just incredible musicians, high energy. So we don't like to sit still on stage. It's probably because of the Haygoods. As far as violinist, I love the Corrs. They were an Irish band, so they did a lot of violin stuff I love. A little more simple. Lindsey Sterling more in recent years. As far as songwriting goes, I do love songwriting. We write about half of our albums, And so just taking bits and pieces, nuggets from different professionals through the years have been very encouraging. Bill and Gloria Gaither, I took their intensive, and there's just some, really great things we'll learn from them. Next question, hobbies. What do you like to do for fun? So when I'm home, which I am in my house right now, when I'm home, I do love to read. So I love a good book. I love all kinds of books though, not just novels. I love history. I love business books. My friends make fun of me, but I do like business books. I'm reading a tax book right now, fitting for the time, right? I've got a great friend group, and so I'm in a small group. So we probably do more talking and eating more than anything. But I have a friend, we love paddleboarding. So I like to paddleboard. In the summertime, we go to the lake. I love water skiing, wake surfing on the back of a boat. So yeah, I like to stay outdoors. I do have a bike. So I live downtown. So I have a bike and I ride to the post office, I ride to the bank, the grocery store is just right down the block. So yeah, you will see me around town riding my little bike with a basket on the front. But then I love to hit the trails in the area. We have some great trails in Iowa. So that's kind of like what I like to do for my hobbies. Next question is, what is your favorite recipe from one of your cookbooks? I would definitely highlight the German recipes because my mom's side is German. Well, both sides are German, but my mom's side would have some of the German recipes like the Kuchen. There's a poppy seed roll in my first cookbook. My second cookbook, I've got my Grandma Brown's buttermilk brownies, which were famous. We grew up, loved them. She would kind of hide them from us grandkids so the aunt and uncles could get them first. But yeah, love those brownies. Like my Grandma Brown also has a really good handball recipe. And I better stop there. I'm just going to keep talking about food and then I'm going to get really hungry. So I think that about does it. If I've rambled enough. Most of the time you hear the boys rambling on, but this time you got to hear me rambling on. So this was fun. These are good questions. So I think that's about it. This was fun. Thank you to those who asked the questions. And I'm always on social media, so if you have more, someone else has a different question that I didn't answer, feel free to just shoot me a message. As you can tell, I'll just kind of keep talking. All right, everyone have a good night. See you later.